The Sanskrit epics, the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, describe massive airborne chariots known as Vimanas tearing through the sky. These texts attribute specific capabilities to the craft, including radar-evading stealth, weaponry that could reduce entire armies to ashes, and the ability to travel deep into space. Curious, these accounts date back thousands of years to the Bronze Age, an era where standard transportation relied on foot travel or animal-drawn carts. These descriptions of supersonic warfare in antiquity have sparked a modern movement convinced that ancient India possessed highly advanced aerospace technology. A persistent modern legend claims that an Indian scholar named Shivkar Bapuji Talpade built and flew an unmanned mercury-powered Vimana in 1895. This supposed flight occurred a full 8 years before Wilbur and Orville Wright made their first powered flight at Kitty Hawk. Another theory asserts that modern space agencies, like NASA, are secretly reverse engineering these ancient texts to develop modern ion engines. These claims rely on the belief that a highly advanced, lost civilization thrived on Earth thousands of years ago. We have to ask whether these viral stories are backed by hard scientific evidence, or if we are misreading ancient mythology through a modern lens. Proponents of these theories frequently cite the Vaimanika Shastra as a technical manual for constructing a Vimana. The Vaimanika Shastra is a Sanskrit text focused on the science of aeronautics. This document outlines specific engineering claims, such as the use of rotating gyroscopes, electricity, and intricate metal alloys for aircraft construction. While often presented as an ancient relic, the Vaimanika Shastra actually first appeared in printed form between 1918 and 1923. The book's author claimed to receive the engineering data entirely through psychic channeling of a mythical ancient sage. This entire branch of the ancient astronaut theory is built on a 20th century psychic experiment rather than an archaeological discovery. In 1974, researchers at the Indian Institute of Science set out to test these designs using modern aerodynamic principles. This diagram shows the structural layout of the Rukma Vimana described in the text. The design dictates a tall, top-heavy geometry. When tested, this shape actively resists flight. The geometry violates fundamental laws of motion, causing the craft to capsize immediately under aerodynamic drag. Professor H.S. Mukunda, one of the lead authors of the study, summarized their findings by asking a single question: does it fly? The answer was a definitive no. If you built a Vimana exactly to the specifications of the Vaimanika Shastra, the laws of physics would guarantee a crash.
The text describes a mercury vortex engine, a propulsion system that supposedly generated thunder power to lift heavy craft within Earth's atmosphere. A mercury vortex engine is a theoretical system that uses rotating liquid mercury to create lift. This compares that claim to a modern ion engine. Ion propulsion generates thrust by accelerating ions with electricity, creating microscopic force over long periods in a vacuum. A mercury-based ion engine cannot physically generate enough immediate thrust to overcome Earth's gravity from a standstill. NASA's deep space propulsion systems share no physical or functional reality with the atmospheric mercury engines found in modern mythology. To find the true history, we have to trace the word Vimana back to its origins. Around 1200 BCE, it simply referred to a measured space, a temple altar, or a divine chariot pulled by animals. As storytelling grew more complex during the epic period, the definition expanded. The animal-drawn carts evolved into self-moving aerial palaces for the gods. Linguistic records indicate the Vimana evolved as a literary device, reflecting the growth of human storytelling over thousands of years. Rejecting the pseudoscience of the 20th century does not diminish ancient Indian civilization. Millennia before the first aircraft left the ground, the authors of the Ramayana and Mahabharata conceptualized the mechanics of global travel and aerial warfare. These texts survive as evidence of a culture that envisioned the future of flight thousands of years before it became a reality.